Kamusta? This is a quick video on how to lubricate the brake pads and caliper guide pins on a Toyota Raize. Loosen the lug nuts with a 22mm socket and a flex handlebar half-inch drive. Get the scissor jack under the driver's seat and put it under those jacking points like so. Hook the crank handle and turn it like crazy to lift the wheel that you'll be working on before placing the jack stand. Babaan ang scissor jack until the weight of the vehicle is already on the jack stand. Remove the nuts, then pull out the wheel. This is a bolt on the upper guide pin. Ganun din ang setup sa ibaba. Loosen those bolts of the caliper guide pins using a 14mm socket and a wrench, half-inch drive. Chances are you would encounter this on the lower guide pin. While it would seem that you were able to loosen the caliper bolt, you will not be able to remove it to lubricate the guide pin, which may lead to frustration and self-doubt as a DIY home mechanic. Don't worry, I got you covered. We simply need to use a small wrench like this or something similar which can hold the head of the lower caliper guide pin as you turn the bolt like so. Open this part of the caliper assembly. This is the brake piston. Itutulak natin mamaya papasok, while this is the brake hose. We'll take care of this pin later. Unahin muna natin ang preventive maintenance service of my 10-month-old brake pads and clips. I suggest you remove the outer pad first, then the inner one to avoid confusion. We'll just clean it using a clean cloth. Linisin ang contact points and metallic and rubber shims. For this PMS, I'll be using this brake parts lubricant. I suggest na unahin yung ipasok yung upper portion ng brake pad dun sa caliper. Then you push the lower part papasok. Lubricate as well the brake shims, yun yung metallic part ng brake pads, and do the same process for the inner brake pad. For the guide pin, gagamit ako ng silicone paste. Do not put too much brake silicone paste dun sa loob ng rubber boots. Kasi when you do, hindi napapasok yung guide pins. To push the brake piston, use any metallic plate with a flat surface and a 4-inch C-clamp. We need to do this para maibaba natin uli yung caliper assembly between the brake pads and rotor. Baba ang caliper and hand tighten the lower bolt before removing the upper bolt and upper guide pin. Interestingly, you don't need to use another wrench to remove the upper caliper bolt, at least based on my experience. Linisin at lagyan ng silicone paste bago ibalik. Higpitan ng lower and upper bolts. It's a good idea to put a small amount of brake lubricant on the wheel hub. Put back the wheel and the lug nuts. Remove the jack stand and scissor jack. Torque it to spec. Finally, pump the brake pedal a few times to adjust the piston on the brake pads. According to the owner's manual, the preventive maintenance service for the brake pads in this is every 10,000 kilometers or every 6 months, whichever comes first. I hope marami kayong natutunan. Please consider subscribing and supporting my channel. May God bless you. I'll see you soon.